Welcome back to my channel. This is my January favorites. I try to do these once a month, but obviously I think the last one I did was in August or something. Anyway, if you are interested in hearing about what I've been liking and enjoying, just keep watching. And also, if you're curious as to this makeup look, I did do a tutorial on it. It's kind of like my everyday makeup look. Beginning of the year, I decided to get back into working out, exercise, etc. And I signed up for Pilates classes. So I've been going every day, every other day at least, and I've been wearing activewear as a result. A few things I really want to mention. This is Lululemon Align. This is a like tank sports bra kind of thing. I wear these every time because they're kind of long, a little longer than a sports bra, so you can kind of just wear it as a shirt. And with that, I've been wearing their Align leggings, and they're extremely comfortable. They feel very like smooth and buttery. I really like them. I would rather have like 2 sets of that and no other exercise clothes and just continually wear those than have a bunch of like random workout leggings and stuff like that, just because they're insanely good quality and very comfortable. I also recently got a, what would you call this? Like, shoulder bag in a way. Kind of like a saddle bag, but like way smaller. I find this very useful. Just the design reminds me of I think a Marc Jacobs bag like years ago, but it zips out like this, so you can keep stuff in here. And then not only that, but it has a magnetic, you can keep stuff in here. And then additionally, I keep like my main cards and stuff like that in there. So I really like this because I don't have to bring, if I'm going to a class, I don't have to bring anything else. I just bring this, sling it over my shoulder, and I'm out the door. That's like really it with the activewear stuff. Given that it's January and pretty cold here, temperatures vary between low 30s to low 40s, and I got some winter stuff. This is from Aritzia. It's a completely merino wool jacket. It has a collar like this, and it buttons. It's very long and it's very thick. It's like this oatmeal color. I will insert a picture here of what it looks like on a model, but this is my favorite thing. I have worn this so much. I got it back in November, and I've been wearing this every few days because it's warm, it's easy, it's like a jacket. It's comfortable to wear, it's very versatile, but because it has a collar, you can kind of get away with wearing it to like dinner or to kind of out the door. It's not just like a cozy, very casual jacket. You can kind of dress it up because of the way it's tailored. I've also really been into other wool, like wool pants, long underwear kind of undergarments. So putting like wool leggings, like this is smart wool, which I really like. Smart wool. Merino wool pants that are tight, so I'll put those on and then put pants over top, or jeans or whatever. To wear these under jeans makes surviving the winter that much easier. So that's all of like the clothing things. Honorable mention is this shirt. My cousin made this for me. It's like a dart tie-dye. I really like it. It's really cool. So Charlotte, if you're watching, thank you. And then, okay, I want to talk about some shows because I have been getting into watching series again. I recently started watching House, which is a very old show. I don't know if you ever saw it when it aired on TV, but it's been around for a long time. It's finished. I don't remember how many seasons there are. There's quite a lot of seasons, but I kind of wanted to watch something medical related that wasn't too obscurely inaccurate. And although like House and the way he acts as a doctor is Not exactly an example of that you want to follow. The medical stuff that goes in and how they kind of perform procedures, all that stuff is very accurate. So it's kind of cool to hear about obscure medical conditions. I really love the actor Hugh Laurie who plays House. I think he's hilarious. His character and the personality that he has on the show is really entertaining. So I've been watching that, as well as Sex and the City, which is another show from around the same time period, the late 90s and early 2000s. There's 6 seasons. I'm on season 2, so I've watched a little bit of it, but I have never seen it. I remember being a kid wanting to watch it because my relatives were talking about it, and my parents were like, no, 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 no. And now I understand now, as like a 13-year-old, with a lot of the things that are on the show, it's definitely for a mature audience. But I think it's hilarious watching it now as an adult in my mid-20s. It's really funny. The episodes are really short too. They're like 20 minutes long. The main character is Carrie. She is living in New York City, and it's kind of the ins and outs of relationships when you're in your mid-30s in the dating world. And obviously, like, that's not my age group, but it is interesting to see it unfold and see all the girls in their relationships. My mom herself was kind of like that age when she got married, so it was kind of cool to see that. I think it's really, really funny too. So if you're looking for a show that's kind of lighthearted, short episodes, I do recommend Sex and the City. And then another one that I'm kind of embarrassed to admit that I've watched, honestly, is Bridgerton, which was trending on Netflix. It's extremely popular. It had like 65-70 million views in the first few weeks of its release. Everyone was binging it around the holidays, and it takes place, I believe, in the 1800s, or maybe like early 1800s, kind of right after the American Revolution time period, but it's obviously set in London, and it talks about the aristocratic kind of dating process of girls coming out to society and finding eligible bachelors to get married, and it's lots of like steamy sex scenes. It's not exactly intellectual or anything like that, but it's like a good steamy love story. So if that's what you're interested in, it's set in that time period. And first, I will say, I was recommended it, and I tried episode 1, and it was extremely boring, and I thought the characters were flat, and I thought it was really a kind of stupid trash TV show when I first saw the first episode. And then I watched the second one and still had the same opinion. And around episode 3 and 4 is where I was like, oh, this is actually all right. It's got my attention. I'm going to continue. And it just got better from there. So I think a lot of people have had the same experience. So if you're interested, I think there's around 10 episodes, maybe more. But the first few are not exactly the most enticing. And then you definitely get into the show later on and you binge it. That's what my experience was like, at least. Let me know if you've seen any of those shows. I can't believe I've watched that many. And then along with that, this is beyond just the month of January, but I've been really into a lot of anime. I have been watching, I think I've watched 5 anime in the last, I don't know, 3 months. I started out watching Steins Gate, which is great. I really, really, really love Steins Gate. It's kind of deals with time and like series of relationships. It's time travel kind of related, but it's very intricate. The plot is very intricate. You fall in love with the characters, and it's 24 episodes, something like that. And I don't know, I really liked it. So that kind of, I hadn't watched any anime that had been released other than Attack on Titan, Shingeki no Kyojin. And watching Steins Gate got me back into the anime world. So after watching that, I watched Akame ga Kill, which is all right. It's like typical like female heroine shonen kind of anime. I don't know if I would recommend it. It was all right. And then I watched Mirai Nikki, which is Future Diary, and I actually haven't finished it yet. I have a few episodes left to finish. And then what else did I watch? I watched Demon Slayer. How could I forget? Demon Slayer is definitely my January favorites, although I think I finished watching it in December, but it is so good. If you are looking for an anime to watch and you haven't seen Demon Slayer, please try it. It is so good. I absolutely love that anime. It's probably my top 5. at least. And with that, actually, this month I have been getting into the volumes. I am now on volume 12, and I also am going to try to read 13. There's way more out than that, but I stopped. The anime itself ends around volume 6 or 7, and from there I kind of, with the influence of my cousins who watched it with me, I have been reading the manga. But the anime is just incredible. I think the animation is so good. The story is just awesome. I can't say enough good things about it. If you haven't watched Demon Slayer, you have to, because it's such a good anime. And then going past Demon Slayer, I wanted to watch something that was also just as good, but I was having trouble finding a good anime to watch. And then looking at this season's anime releases, there is Jujutsu Kaisen, which is, you can watch on Crunchyroll. There are 13 episodes out so far, maybe 14 by the time this video comes live. But it's this guy in high school who ends up becoming a demon hunter, basically. It's similar to Demon Slayer, but it's different. I wouldn't say that they're similar. It kind of, if you like Bleach, it's a similar story to Bleach in terms of the main character and like what happens, but I don't want to spoil anything. I will insert a picture. The art is very unique. I really like the art. I think that the characters are really funny. It's like a good shonen if you're looking for something that's like new and airing. I also watched Samurai Champloo, which is also in my top 5 now. I freaking love that anime. I wish it was longer. Like, I wish there were more seasons. It's a masterpiece. Samurai Champloo, the music is like lo-fi Japanese. It's set like in the Edo period where samurai are now kind of becoming extinct in a way, and it's this trio, so it kind of reminds me of Naruto with like Team 7 and stuff like that, but it is immaculate. It is so well done, and you can kind of, there is like a base storyline, but each episode is kind of, it's on its own. You could watch it on its own. You don't necessarily have to watch the anime in order, which I do find, I do kind of like. It reminds me of Rick and Morty in that way. Cowboy Bebop is apparently really similar, although I haven't seen that full anime. But Samurai Champloo, the art is like older because it is an older anime, but it is so great. I love the 3 main characters. I love the music, I love the art, I love all the different stories in each episode. It's great. So if you're looking for another anime, Samurai Champloo is right up there with Demon Slayer. Those are my favorites. Lots and lots of anime recommendations, I know, but also other things too. So if you're like not into anime but you want to watch shows, I have some, you can try some of those out as well. And anime wise, I would say number 1 would be Demon Slayer, and then Samurai Champloo. Really, in terms of favorites, that's been like mainly it. I've also really enjoyed playing CSGO, and I've started streaming again. If you want to follow me on Twitch, I will link it down below with all my social media. Feel free to like watch my stream, play video games with me. It's been like a crazy month, but I have definitely been doing a lot, and I'm hoping to have an update of more things going on in my life. If you want a video update of stuff that I've been up to, just kind of informing you guys what I'm working on and where I'm headed, I'm happy to do that. Or if you have any other video ideas, recommendations, things you want to see from me, just leave a comment. I respond to every single comment. So again, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.